a bill of goods, but that's what the public does. That's why they're the general public, because they're stupid.
That's what they want. They want to get sold
They
bullshit.
want to get fooled. They want bullshit. When you give them a red pill, there's a large portion of people that when they saw that Joe Biden, when they saw his performance, they were horrified. They felt terrible. They were like, "Oh my God, this is horrible. I've been lied to." And you know what? A week later, they're going, "He just had a cold. It was a bad night."
Haven't you seen him? But he's been falling down for the last fucking year. He's been wandering off. He's been. Didn't he shit his pants?
Yes, all of those things are true, but they were told that Trump was just as bad or worse. And they actually had little 3-minute montages of Trump getting his doctor's name slightly wrong, and they pretended it was the same thing. And like I told my father, that's it. Jordan was an 83.5% free throw shooter. That's literally like taking a kid with Down syndrome who can't hit a single free throw and juxtapositioning it with Jordan missing 16.5% of his free throws and pretending it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. One of them is senile. The other one's a guy who's making small mistakes. One person cannot function is shitting themselves and falling over. And the other guy is talking with no teleprompter for an hour at a time, 6 times a day sometimes, and fucking up a sentence. It's different things we're talking about. There's levels. You can't take Jordan missing a free throw and put it next to a retard missing a free throw and say, same. It's not same. It's not same. So the whole country got to see that it wasn't same, that Trump is in fact still an asshole, a total fucking asshole, but he's still Trump. And then you have another guy who's a complete invalid, who's senile, and that they've been lied to.
Let me ask you a couple more questions.
The people that don't like being lied to, they were very uncomfortable because they love to be lied to, and they couldn't get away from the lie. And it hurt them that they had to stare the lie in their face. That was the most painful hour and a half for people who love to be lied to ever, because they had to sit there and realize, I've been lied to. And you know what they wanted at the end of that hour and a half? They wanted to be lied to some more. They wanted more lies. We're like, bring me back.
You did great, Joe.
It doesn't bring me back where it doesn't hurt anymore. Where I want more lies where it feels good. I didn't like that.
Yeah, when they're giving the standing O for
that hour and a half was painful. I need to be lied to some more so I can feel good about myself. That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a large.
Do you think we'll have another debate?
Fuck, I hope so. I hope so. So here's what's happening. Let me break this down. This is important. Democrats want him out. The donors have abandoned him. Everybody knows he's an invalid. Polls are cratering. The Democrats have fucked themselves in the following way. They waited till after he was the nominee. Okay. So they have $91 million raised right now that if he pulls out and Kamala gets replaced, they lose the $91 million. The $91 million was for those two. You can keep Kamala in. She's their $91 million insurance policy. So you can't get rid of both of them right now. Lose the money. So they DEI'd themselves into a hell. They're stuck with this cackling, unlikable wannabe who pretends she's black, but she played American Indian to get in. Now she's on videos going, girl, I'm out in them streets. And she's literally as white as when she talks, she makes Bette Midler look like Missy Elliott. She's so fucking white when she talks.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris couldn't be. She's locked up every black person. There's like a montage of all the black people's lives she's ruined. She's so unblack, and she pretends to be black. It's hilarious. So she's the backup plan. So they can't get rid of either of them right now. So here's where it gets really interesting. They are stuck on ballots, legally on ballots in Arizona, Nevada, and Wisconsin. If they replace Biden, they can't put a new person in any of those 3 states. They're giving those states to Trump right away. Unless Biden gets 25th amendmented, which requires the Republicans to push through, or unless he dies. So really, they're left in a position right now where they have to kill him or they have to run him. Those are their only two options. And if they run him into the ground. They have to cheat to the degree that everybody will know it's a cheat. Everyone knew it was a cheat in 2020. Everyone knew. My father went to depressed as shit, woke up. They weren't even supposed to be counting. He was down huge, woke up. He's up big. It was like Santa Claus came. They're like, Santa came. Nobody even asked. He's like, I don't care how the packages got there. Santa gave it. How did it happen? Don't care. Don't ask any questions. It's real. Santa Claus is real. So they have
to eat it and smile.
Santa, take your presents, open them up, and don't tell me Santa doesn't exist. Santa fucking exists. I will kick your ass. That's literally what happened to the same people that don't like being lied, that want to be lied to, that don't like truth. Yeah. They were the same people excited that Santa came and don't fucking tell them that Santa isn't real. Same assholes. So they're in a position right now where they can't get rid of Biden. They can't replace him. They're going to lose 3 states. They can't run Kamala. She's even less likable than Joe Biden is. And if they get rid of both of them, they lose $91 million, and they won't do that. So they put themselves in checkmate. Their bullshit has put themselves in checkmate. In the meantime, Joe Biden promised the first time he'd ran that he was only going to be a one-term president. And he's now lied about that and said going for round 2. And Joe Biden's family is going, hey, the big money train's going. We can't fucking let you drop out, you old senile fuck. Go shit yourself on stage. We need more cash. We need more cash. So we're watching,
Joe.
We are watching a party that's checkmated themselves with all their DEI and horseshit. All their lies for years is now foremost, and they can't get rid of him. They're literally their best options to kill him. And if they do that, the party's over, right? Because everyone's.
What about, you mentioned a scenario on July 11th.
Well, the Supreme Court ruled, and this is another thing they're up in arms about. The Supreme Court ruled about presidential immunity. So the left went, oh my God, they made presidents able to kill people. Not what happened. So there were legitimate questions on whether a president was allowed to do certain things in office and be subject to presidential immunity, or whether they could be held responsible for their actions in office. Very legitimate question. It actually came up under Obama. Obama killed a U.S. citizen in a drone strike because his father was accused of being a terrorist. So he drone striked. Obama himself authorized the drone strike of a wedding. Imagine how much of a sick fuck you have to be to drone strike a wedding, right? You know the guy's there. You can't wait till he leaves in a car and blow up the car. No, you got to blow up the whole wedding because you're a fucking psychopath. So he drone striked a wedding, blew up a U.S. citizen. His son was there, who was a U.S. citizen and had no terrorist anything. So the case actually went forward to a judge to say, hey, we would like to sue Obama for murder because he murdered a U.S. citizen. And they said, no, he has presidential immunity. Of course, nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit. Now that Trump's faced with presidential immunity for signing 34 checks, they're like, this is horrific. He could kill anybody he wants. In the meantime, it's already been settled. Obama literally murdered a U.S. citizen, and it was settled, and nobody said a fucking word. Now that Trump's had 34 checks signed and 34 counts that are each signing a check, people are losing their mind. So what the Supreme Court said is that the president has presidential immunity for official acts while in the presidency and is not immune for unofficial acts. So in essence, they made the president more culpable for legal action should they do something illegal that are outside of their bounds. They actually didn't specify what those are. They pushed him down to the lower courts to argue, but they said presidents are responsible for illegal acts that are outside of their official duties as president. If it's an official duty of president, you still get impeached. That's the process. It's a legal process to say you've committed high crimes and misdemeanors. You remove the president from office. There's a whole process. If it's outside it. So the Supreme Court actually made it more dangerous to be president. And all these idiots are going, they allowed people to murder. They could call SEAL Team 6. No, they literally said if it's outside of the realm, there is a differentiate. It's more dangerous now, but people are stupid. and all the people in the media, they don't want to tell you the truth. These are the same people that told you Biden was safe and sane and healthy. They want you to be pissed off. They want to divide you. They want to divide us. They want to keep you stupid and divide and conquer all of us. So what really
name me three days. They name me a name when you say who is they.
which they? What are you talking about? Which sentence
You
did I
say
say?
they. You
Oh,
said
they, meaning they,
yeah.
the powers that be. It's been a divide and conquer. Is anytime you have a group of people in
No, I
government.
know. Give me three names.
It's a governmental agency power thing. Well, Obama, okay, like people that are in power, like the administration. It's a common tact of governmental warfare. Anytime you have an entity, a government, you don't want the people being more powerful than the government. So it acts as a unison. It acts as a conglomeration of power. And in order to maintain that power, they will divide people up. So in Ireland and in England, everybody's white. They didn't have that. So they divided them up into Irish Catholic versus Catholics. They divided people up in any way possible. They'll break out the
Catholics and Protestants.
They'll accept Protestants and Catholics. They'll divide you up any way possible. And they will sometimes even fake killings and blame the Protestants or blame the Catholics and then accentuate the differences. And all of a sudden, you're in a heated rivalry with West Virginia versus Virginia Tech, and you're ready to go to fucking war. It's USC versus California. It's very easy to divide human beings that are otherwise have common interests and care about each other just by putting different colors and a logo on something, much less actually laying out and saying, hey, the Protestants just tried to kill you over here. You're the Catholics. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Next thing you know, you've got white people going at each other's throats. And the government's they've been doing this for millennia. It's the basis of control, because if they can keep us fighting each other, then we don't have to worry about the people that are robbing us at the front because we're fighting each other. If you go, holy shit, these are the people that are starting all of it, and we turn on them, that's their worst nightmare. So divide and conquer is the way that they keep you distracted, keep us distracted, so that we won't notice what they're up to, like sending 140, $50 billion to Ukraine for nothing, with nothing to show for it, except for
unfortunately, they're very good at what they do.
Zelensky's wife with a $3 million Bugatti, $150 million hotel, $20 million villa. These are all real things. Multiple yachts.